Well, that was easy. Get everything you need in one place. At Quartz, you can find easy-to-use appliances and electronics, plus effortless furniture for every home at unbeatable prices. Get it now and pay later. Only at Quartz, bringing value home. Special conditions apply. Offer ends 28 January 2023.
In terms of advice for people whose families are perhaps not as accepting as they'd like them to be, all you really can do is give as much information as you can, help them to understand, tell them this is how my child needs to interact and engage with the world in order to be happy and to learn. Remember when I said I had one job, which is to make sure that he's happy and content? I actually do have another job, and that is to, as far as possible, protect my child from everything else. And if that protection for the good of my child's mental health and well-being includes cutting toxic people out of their lives, I'm going to do that. There will be no qualms about it. There will be no regrets about it. There will be no second guessing about it. Why? Because he or she didn't ask to come into this world, and I owe them the happiest childhood they can have. It's not about my vision of what a happy family is. It's not about my memories of happy times with my grandparents and wanting the same for the child. It's fine to want it, but it's not necessary for your childhood happiness. And that has to be your priority at every step of the way. This is a lifelong thing. Everything that you are doing is to make sure that your child has the resilience to survive life as it is now. You advocate as much as you can. You give them the opportunity to speak and express themselves. You work with governments, with other parents, with NGOs, with schools, with the whole of society to change what is necessary so that your child will have a happy lifespan. And that's all you can do.
Is a fact. Strictly facts. And is that?
That diagnosis is a double-edged sword in that he has been treated differently, but not. Let me explain. I remember when one day Rowan was with my mom and she said to me, I was going to fix your son a sandwich. And he said, no, I'm good. And she called me at work and she said, I cannot fix a sandwich like him, you know. She said all the trimmings, you know. But it allowed her to appreciate that he can do things on his own and he's not to be babied, you know. But it was also important, I think it's important for our family to see him as not Debra's child, not the autistic one, not that one who had seizures. I think it's important for them to just see him as Rowan. On the other hand, there have been family members who have said that I have made a mountain out of a molehill. They don't appreciate or accept that he's autistic because he can. And so, you know, he was actually told to his face that he is not autistic. And it was not until the diagnosis of when he actually had seizures, it was then that made it real for them, and they actually appreciated that he was autistic. But I think for my immediate family, that village, and he's let me tell you something, it's not just my family. when he played for Vonet's show last year, the number of people, I was surprised. When she came for the rehearsal, she said, Deb, there's so many people looking forward to Rowan's performance. And I was like, what? And then in the audience, people were shouting, Team Row, Team Row. And I'm like, my goodness, that village of acceptance has meant a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot to him, to me, and to him.
It's a different kind of mind. It is probably a little different than yours and mine. It's a different kind of mind. It's an old puzzle if you just try, you'll be all mine. The rainbow scene and a brand new vibe, will be all mine. 4, 3, 2.
A key thing is, I mean, I know it's difficult. I can say that now after the fact. I mean, my best friend, his godmother, would always tell me, Jay, girl, you have done so well with Savion. You know, I said, but you have to, if you don't expose them, you'll never know what they can do. And I remember my big son, when I was doing his CV for NIU, my big son always tells me that, Mommy, you push him too hard, right? And my words to my big son is, if I don't, he will do nothing, right? So when I did the CV to send up, and I realized all the things Savion was involved in, I said to some extent my big son was true, but that's me, you know. I would push. If I know you can't do it, I wouldn't push you. But if I think you're capable at all, yeah, I would push you. And I think that's what parents have to do. I mean, it is a natural instinct to shelter them. But you have to always remember that you're not going to be here all the time, and they would have to live in this world. So they may always need support. They may always need support. But at least they must have some measure of independence. I mean, when my son tells me, Mommy, I'm making fish, he's making salmon, and he's making I should want to make macaroni pie. No, he doesn't have a wide menu. But whatever he likes to eat, he can make, right? When he tells me that, I feel okay, you know, I've accomplished that end of it. He will not starve, you know. So my words of wisdom after having Savion is now 24. He's a beautiful personality. He's shy, as he would say, because of the autism. But I think his confidence, I mean, he has always been confident when it comes to music. He feels he knows music better than anybody else, right? But his confidence in other aspects of his life has happened because we have exposed him. We have exposed him, and we have, you know, let him. He doesn't take cues well, even though he is now a bit, but he doesn't understand certain cues. So he is very frank. He's very frank, and sometimes I'm there to make it a little subtle, but sometimes I'm not there. So he will have to deal with the consequences of that. But that's a fact, you know. Autistic children on the spectrum are they talk their mind. And once you can deal with that, it's fine. But it has been a beautiful journey. I look forward to seeing what will happen in the next 10 years. I hope I'm around to see him mature. And I'll give you one parting joke. I remember at school, both my sons ended up going to British Academy. And Savion was always out there. He's always out there. And my big son is more or less reserved. So I remember the principal at that time asked me, which one has autism again? And I would say, well, but Savion, once he gets comfortable, which I think which has happened at NIU, he's in his element. You know, he's in his element and he's doing what he likes to do. He's comfortable. He's confident now. I mean, he has to come back from college. I don't know if the father will go for him or his brother will go for him because of the COVID. But he knows he can do it on his own. He can live on his own. I'm actually thinking now of getting him his own apartment for his senior year. Right, wrong NIU, because I think he wants his space to be able to cook and do what he wants. Because he has a very limited diet, right? And sometimes the cafeteria doesn't cater for him. He doesn't eat many things, but whatever he eats, he can cook. So I'm thinking of next semester, well, not next semester, the senior year, that he should have an apartment, you know, that is secure and things like that. But I think, you know, these children have so many things to offer the world. My husband keeps saying, you know, they're open. It's like a blessing. It's a gift. It's a gift. They're very open, and you should try your best with what I know. There are limited therapies, limited things wrong, but I think that's why support, you know, it has been a remarkable journey, and I mean, everybody should embrace what challenges they have and try to get the best out of what they have been given.
Well, that was easy. Get everything you need in one place. At Quartz, you can find easy-to-use appliances and electronics, plus effortless furniture for every home at unbeatable prices. Get it now and pay later. Only at Quartz, bringing value home. Special conditions apply. Offer ends 28th January 2023.
What's up, Trinidad and Tobago? This is your girl, Giselle Mary Juanita Alvarez, the one and only, all right? Coming to you from Cause and Effect headquarters. So here we're going on now. Every week, Cause and Effect does get at least 3 to 5 calls from parents, people from all over Trinidad and Tobago looking for a sense of direction about what to do with their children with autism. You understand? So if you want to keep the work going to help people be more informed, visit we social media pages, Cause and Effect, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and we website www.causeandeffect.co, right? And press that donate button. Help we to keep the work going. All right? As Ms. Winterbottom does say, give a little, change a lot. I'll go see you all next week.
It's a different kind of mind. It is bubble a little different than yours and mine. It's a different kind of mind. It's an old puzzle if you just try.